You're joking, right?
Well, I'm trying to be hopeful. I'm trying to be optimistic about that.
Well, I guess you're too young to be a little pessimistic like me. The fucking things I see out there, people are stupid.
What are you trying to tell me? You always try to talk to me when we're muted, and I can't hear you because the music is so loud in my ears.
Yes, this just in, people are still stupid.
So that's what you were trying to say to me?
I was saying I didn't hear the very first one you put on for the Patreon one.
Go listen to it.
No, I need you to send it on my phone.
Okay, I can set that up for you.
Because I'm not a Patreon member.
Right, you're not. So I'll set you up with the private link.
How do I do it? I just click it every time?
No, it'll be in your Apple Podcasts app. So it'll come up automatically.
I don't have an Apple Podcast app, do I?
Yes, you do. Every iPhone does.
All right, so can you set up tonight?
Where do you listen to our podcast on? What do you listen to it on?
Live. I listen to it right now.
You don't listen back?
Bronny, you think I don't have fucking time to go to the bathroom?
I thought that was like your favorite thing when you ran was to listen to our voices.
It's been, 3.5 weeks since I ran?
Which is so narcissistic, but...
No, it's not.
I actually don't listen back, ever. Because I edit them.
Right.
And it's like...
So listen, it's like when I used to work as a busboy at Fridays in high school, you don't want to eat at the restaurant.
You worked as a busboy in...
TGIS, yeah, sure. I taught tennis during the day, and I worked as a busboy at nighttime.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Working man, look at you.
Yeah.
Good work ethic that must have developed.
Thank you, Dad. Good work ethic that must have developed.
Is that how I sound?
That's exactly how you sound.
Wow, good to know. Good to know.
But will you do me a favor? Will you set it up tonight for me? Because I do want to hear it.
Yeah, I actually re-listened to that one yesterday.
And how was it?
For those who don't know what we're talking about.
Hi, everybody, by the way.
Yes,
how you guys doing?
We released the first episode, or the test episode that we recorded. We thought it was going to be our first one, and then we decided to redo it. So it was never released before. We recorded it back in August 2020. We released that on our Patreon, patreon.com/daddyissuespod if you're interested.
Which you better be interested.
I re-listened to it, and it was interesting to see how similar we are to back then and the differences.
Well, but we are who we are.
Our cadence with each other was very similar, but you can hear now from what it is now to what it was back then, it's got a lot more polished. We're a lot better at listening to each other, at speaking well. Like in that episode, we were like, yeah, but I feel like that. Where now we don't do that. Now we speak much more eloquently,
which is nefarious or whatnot.
It's just interesting to hear that change.
Okay, but I do want to hear it. Can you definitely set it up for me?
Yes, just remind me.
I'm reminding you right now. So how will it work? You need to say we
can talk. That's not a conversation.
Pretty good there.
That's not a conversation.
I look pretty good there, don't I?
There's a picture of himself on his phone, and he's saying,
"No, it just
telling
came
me
up.
He looks pretty good there."
Well,
show the camera.
Why?
Show the camera.
It's in portrait.
It's in portrait mode.
Yeah, that makes anybody look good. But what I'm saying is,
I will walk you through it later, not now, not in our precious time with our listeners that we have. We have a precious hour with them. I'm not going to waste 6 minutes of it.
But my question
walking you through how to access our podcast.
You'll do what I tell you, number one. But will it automatically come up as a reminder?
Yes.
Well, one that you need to know. So
I'll set that up for you.
Ronnie, you're leaving for 12 days.
I leave in about 10 hours. Well, 12 hours from now.
First time,
less, 10 hours.
First time that we have spent 12 days apart in a year.
Aw. I'm reaching my hand out for him, and he's not giving me his hand.
I'm giving you a little thing. Your hands are clammy.
No, I just washed them.
They're a little clammy.
Okay.
Did you work out today?
No.
So what was the tank top?
Because I shaved my shoulders. I shaved the hair on my shoulders, right?
Okay.
And once I when I shave, the skin is so raw.
Oh, I feel bad for you.
That I wear the tank top so that
because
right now that I'm wearing this shirt on I shaved 4 hours ago. It still is I can't move around a lot because it kind of
hear that.
No, it's fine. My hair is just super fucking thick. So when I shave it, the skin it gets really sensitive.
All right, so we're gonna miss you for 12 days. Mom and I are gonna be empty nesters for 3 days because Bryce come back Monday.
Also, but the day that this comes out, July 4th. Happy Independence Day.
You too.
America. Well, happy birthday, America. Happy birthday.
Proud to be an American.
Sure, we should play that. We'll get demonetized.
No, you got that. You did that good one.
Yeah.
We had 1776 followers.
Now we're at 4,000.
I like it.
Look at that growth.
Only 4,000?
4,000? Everyone who's listening, obviously, if you don't follow us already on Instagram, go follow us.
Yeah, what the fuck?
At daddy_issues podcast. But 4,000, I never thought I'd have an account with more than 1,000 followers in my life. And now my personal, I'm at up to 1,450. I'm a fucking influencer, baby.
I apologize. If you guys were watching this, you would feel my pain. Well, have a good time in the Hamptons, Bronny.
Thank you. I'm going to the Hamptons tomorrow morning
with your brothers.
with my brothers.
Nice.
It was my trip that they both hijacked. I was like, I'm going to the Hamptons. I'm renting a house with all my friends. And they're like, can we come?
But you like hanging
No,
with
of
Bryce.
course, it's fun.
And Burke
It's
is with
fun.
his girlfriend. Is he staying with you, Burke?
No, I think he's just going to meet up with us.
He's going to be in a much nicer
sometime.
house. You know that, right? He's going to be.
He will be?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, ours is an Airbnb.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm texting my boss right now.
You do what you
Because
gotta do.
technically I'm still working.
You be your bro.
That's what I do for you guys. I do this on my work time. Hopefully my boss isn't listening to this. But if I'm still able to do work while I'm doing this.
You're getting all your stuff done.
Right. So just talk for 30 seconds on your own.
1, 2.
We're losing everyone.
No, we didn't lose anybody. So it'll be nice. Mom and I have a 3-day weekend. Looking forward to it. Gonna chill. I hope you guys have a great July 4th. This comes out on July 5th.
This comes out July 5th. So
I
July
hope you
4th
had a
will
great
have
July
happened.
4th. Yeah, but I'm looking for. I need a break. I've been so fucking busy at work, which I'm not complaining because it's been good. But I'm exhausted, man, and I got to do work after this, Bronny. And we're gonna try to do 2 hours today.
We're going right back to back. We're doing
try
the
to
main
do-
episode right now, and then we're doing the bonus episode right
Shit I
after.
do for my son, man. The
For
shit
your
I do.
son. This you do just for me, not
you
for our peeps.
No, but if you're gone for 12 days,
Right.
it's hard for me.
I know.
But it's okay.
And I appreciate it.
And we spend time together, so I love it. It's all good.
Right.
All right. So what do we got going today, Bron?
Is there anything we want to talk about July 4th about or no? Because that's a big thing, kind of.
I am hopefully they don't change the flag. Stop fidgeting with that. I am totally looking forward to 3-day weekend. Hopefully we have plans up the yin yang already.
Never heard that saying in my life.
You never heard of that?
Nope.
Seriously?
Plans up the wazoo, I've heard.
Yeah, up the yin yang.
Isn't that like anti-Asian hate? Or Asian hate, not anti-Asian hate.
It has nothing to do with Asian.
Yin yang is an Asian symbol.
I'll give you a fucking break. Again, if you get offended, go to the cliff, jump off, and ask which one of your parents abused you. And then
That's your new favorite thing. Oh,
that's a new shirt? Should we do a shirt?
No.
What?
Not a shirt, though. I'm glad that reminded me. Merch alert. What sound should I do for this?
Wow, you lost the momentum.
Merch alert. Kind of.
No. Terrible.
All right. We've got, if you're not watching, you don't know what this is. So actually, I'm not even going to say what this is that I'm holding up so that the people who are listening go to our YouTube and watch it and see our beautiful faces.
You think they're going to go to YouTube? I'm shocked that people don't see us on YouTube.
Yeah. So that's why, look, the guys who are watching, look at what I'm holding up. How cool is this, right? Yeah. Okay, I'll tell you guys what it is. It's it's a beer koozie.
You're not even funny.
Or it could be used for LaCroix.
It could be a cock warmer.
It could be a cock warmer. Yours is that girthy?
Oh, no, I was going to put it in widthwise.
Mine would fit through the little bottom hole.
That's terrible, bro. How you meet girls is shocking.
So we have koozies.
I always thought they were called cozies,
No, they're not.
but I always thought they were.
It makes sense because it keeps your beer like cozy.
Right, that's what I swear my life I thought they were called a cozy.
No, it makes sense, but it's
Cozy's
not.
the dumbest fucking name.
Koozie is a dumb name.
Where'd
But
that come from?
I don't fucking know.
Look it up. You know everything. Look it up.
Well, so this is
Book
we
it.
have koozies.
Book it.
It says Daddy Issues, and then it has a picture of an island with two lounge chairs on the beach, and it says one of them says Jon, one of them says Bron, and then on the bottom it says I need my own island.
Word up.
Which is what Dad always says.
Word up.
So if you
Want a koozie cozy
if you want a koozie cozy for
or
the
is
summer
a cock warmer, whatever you want to use
or
it for.
a cock warmer, they're available on our website, daddyissuespodcast.com. Yeah, they're
They're cheap.
$5.
They're like throwaways.
They're $5.
Yeah.
So just if you want, I mean, it's kind of fun. So
We'll even
Our
sign it.
Patreon
If
members-
you want it signed, we'll sign it for you.
yeah, our Patreon members asked for them, so we made them.
Yeah.
That's that.
Right.
Okay. Cock warmer. That's just where my head went. I can't think of what I was going to say after.
Wow. Wow. You know, I started watching Scrubs.
Oh, you're 15 years late to the party.
I know,
Cool.
but there's nothing else on. So late night, I look for a quick little sitcom, very simple. It's in and out quickly. I put it on late night right when I get to bed. And so far, it's been
It's good. Yeah.
It's the
I mean, it
same-
ran for 10 seasons.
Yeah,
It was,
so, and Franklin was very heavily involved in that one. But, I mean, it's the same thing every episode, but it's just mindless stuff. And
another thing I guess we should. So last night we watched the third episode of Loki. No, the third episode.
third.
And we've just realized, so this is a fact for everyone who's listening now. If you're interested in Disney plus Marvel shows, you have to watch past 3 episodes. The first 3 episodes of every single Marvel
Slow as
show
shit.
has been bad, and then they get great.
This was the 4th one, I think.
4th one, right?
Yeah,
the
it was
first
very-
3 of each season is bad.
WandaVision was terrible. By the way, Captain America was bad.
It was fine. It was
Captain
fine.
America was bad.
Why was it bad? Because he was black?
Why do you keep going to that car? And you do it just to get a rise out of me? Look at you. You're like, why do you do it? Because and you pause, you look straight in the eye. I know you fucking.
Why was it bad, though?
It just
like,
was-
but why? Like, what
I just-
story points was it bad on?
I just think it was weak. I want more action.
Yes.
See, WandaVision, I get. WandaVision, I
It's
understood.
hard to do action in shows.
No,
It
but-
costs a lot of money.
Okay, but I still don't think he's the right Captain America. I just don't think so. Not because he's black. I knew that.
Why? Because
first of all,
because-
I saw him in the fucking cigar bar in New Orleans.
Okay, you didn't meet him. You saw him.
What did I just say? I saw him.
You said, I met him.
No,
I saw him. And then you corrected
okay,
yourself. I hate when people are like, I met Brad Pitt. And it's like they saw him get out of his car in a parking lot. It's like,
okay.
you didn't meet him.
Okay, I corrected myself as I saw him.
Okay.
Not impressed. If anything, I look more like Captain America. Meanwhile, I'm bigger than he is. He was a little guy.
Well, he probably bulks up for the show and then
He's a little
bulks down.
guy.
Actors do that.
Okay,
They change
I'm
their...
just saying, I didn't love.
Also, that's what the beauty of acting is that you can portray what you
Can I
aren't.
finish one sentence? I didn't love him or even the Winter Soldiers, the stories behind. I just didn't like I didn't like it. I didn't like the action. I thought it was weak. I thought it was bullshit. I did not like it. I just didn't. I didn't think it was anything to write home about, and I would not recommend it. Where WandaVision, I would recommend.
Mm-hmm. Loki, I'd recommend after this
Now,
episode.
this past
First
week.
couple episodes, I was like, wow, they shot the bed on this.
It's still out, the verdict. So if
Right, we don't know how it's going to end.
right, so if they don't get the shit together, it's just as one episode. I would say don't watch Loki.
Right. I would say just watch episode 4.
No, WandaVision was great so far. The rest suck, but it's all right. It's still something to do. I hang with my boys. I enjoy it.
It's something to have. Just TV in general is not. It's in a big slump.
No, it's bad. It's very bad. It really is very. There's nothing.
The last
Mom is
2
watching
years,
Jane the Virgin. That's how bad.
Like
things are.
well, it's also COVID. Like new TV shows. So like my company or the company I work for. It's not my company, but the company I work for. We had a lot of things that were ready to go, and then COVID hit, and we're just now last month they're going back to shoot. So it's like there aren't really new things coming out. So
No,
that's
I don't-
another.
yeah,
That's
I
a
don't-
reason for
there's
the.
nothing for me to
There's like a
watch.
drought
There's
of
nothing
new
to-
stuff.
That's why I'm watching Scrubs.
Right.
Seriously, it's terrible. I don't like it.
All right, you want to watch this? Let's watch this Biden thing because I saw this and I was just like, "Wow, this is a crazy video," and no one's talking about it. And it's really scary, actually.
Gun dealers feel like they can get away with selling guns to people who aren't legally allowed to own them. And I might add, the Second Amendment from the day it was passed limited the type of people who could own a gun.
Really?
What type of weapon you could own. You couldn't buy a cannon. Those who say the blood of patriots, and all the stuff about how we're going to have to
Doesn't know what he's saying.
move against the government.
Watch.
Well, the tree of liberty is not water with the blood of patriots. What's happened is that there never been, if you wanted to think you need to have weapons to take on the government, you need F-15s and maybe some nuclear weapons.
No way. Pause that.
is
Pause
that-
that.
That's the
Pause
line.
that. Pause that.
Wait, but how?
He's telling people what they need.
No,
Okay,
no. You missed it. You know what's scary in there? He said, if you really think you can take on the government,
what you
you're going to
need.
need nuclear
That's what I'm
weapons.
saying.
So he's saying you can never overthrow us. That's what he's saying. He's saying we're more powerful than you can ever take us down.
No, I don't. No.
Listen to it again. Listen. He said the tree of liberty is not watered with the blood of patriots.
What's happened is that there never been, if you wanted to think you need to have weapons to take on the government, you need F-15s and maybe some nuclear weapons. The point
He's saying if you think you can take on the government with weapons, you're going to need nukes. So he's saying,
Why is he even having this conversation?
well, they were talking about gun reform and stuff.
Yeah,
So he
but
was
why
saying,
bring that sentence up? That's the stupidest fucking thing.
I feel like that's terrifying for a president to. The whole beauty of America is that the power's to the people, right? The power is not the government.
Oh,
it's
so, yeah.
we have the power and we tell our government what we want to do. He said, if you want to take us over, you're going to need nukes.
Well, that's not necessarily true. Number one, but
He
I
look-
know he said that. But look at him. He looks like a fucking. He came out of an insane asylum.
Right. Well, he stumbles in the middle, which
What
he
type of
just
weapon
doesn't
you
even
could
know what
own.
he's saying.
You couldn't buy a cannon. Those who say the blood of patriots, and all the stuff about how we're going to have to.
When you say and all the stuff, it means you don't know. You forgot what
No,
you were
he's
saying.
a moron.
But that's
he's
a
old.
scary clip, Dad. I don't think you're realizing how scary that is.
I hear you. I don't. Not as.
He's saying the Second Amendment, because at first he said the Second Amendment is meaningless, he's saying. because you're not going to be able to overthrow us with guns. So the saying right to bear arms to form your own militias so that if the government gets too powerful, you can take it over, which is what the Second Amendment is. The Second Amendment says you have the right to bear arms and form independent militias in this country. And that was put into place because the founding fathers wanted a fail-safe.
Like a checks and balances.
Right, so that the people could always have the power to have their freedom if they chose to band together. He's saying the Second Amendment's meaningless now because if you want to take us over, guns aren't going to do it. You're going to need nuclear bombs and F-15s. Citizens can't get those things. Those are only things that the government can get. So he's saying it's the time of being able to overthrow the government's done.
That's
You're never going to.
But he's a moron. I hear what you're saying. He's a moron. He's a fucking idiot. But
I just think that's so dangerous and scary for a president to say.
Well, I think there's
true.
so many things
It's
that are
true.
dangerous to what he says and how our government acts.
Yeah.
Period.
I agree. I'm just highlighting one of them.
Yeah, that's wow. He's look at him. He's scary. It's like Bubby being president.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I feel bad for him.
There's a part of competitive, but he should not be. He's purely a puppet. He should. How old is he? 80 something.
I think 82.
He should not be president.
Oh, 78.
But it's still he should not be president.
I don't know if the government could be overthrown. If all the people got together, the key would be individual soldiers, and if they were going off their loyalty to the country, like their loyalty to the military, or their loyalty to themselves, which that could go either way.
Yeah.
Right? Like if half the country revolts, would the military fight half the country, or would half of the military be like, we're revolting too? That goes against their whole coding.
I know, but the police, with what's been going on with the defunding the police and everything else, a lot of police officers I talk to, they're fed up. They don't want to fucking deal with it.
I know, but police and soldiers are very different. Soldiers have way more ingrained in them to be loyal to the country.
I don't know, or do a lot of them go in there because they're lower socioeconomic?
Right, but then their whole conditioning is your job is this country.
I still think that people,
your identity
I still think they have their views and so forth, and who knows what would happen.
Right, no, of course they have their own views, but that's why I'm saying it would depend on if they go with their personal views or their duty.
Well, governments have been overthrown before, so why can't it be done now?
Yes. It's way harder now than it was even 50 years ago.
True.
The fact that they control everything. And we're all completely dependent on the government in every aspect. Even you are completely dependent. Like, think if we were to start a country right now.
No, we wouldn't know where to begin.
Right. Like, where would we even get food? What if we didn't have grocery stores? Where would we get food? We wouldn't.
Why is grocery stores part of the government?
What if it just goes into because the government keeps the order in the country right now. So let's say it became a wartime.
Did they keep the order when all the riots happened? Look what happened.
No, but
in LA.
let's say it was wartime and just so many people died in the Civil War, and this country was just in a war. Publix wouldn't just be open to go in and stocked with food. In every war before that's been fought on American soil, the two of them,
Publix stayed open.
the two of them, people grew their own food on their farms, so they were able to do it.
There are people that do that.
Right. That's why I'm saying, like,
We don't have any grass. We don't have any real grass.
right.
There.
That's what even us who view ourselves as pretty independent people are completely dependent. What if where would we get our electricity? If Florida Power and Lighting, which is a government run operation, if they shut down tomorrow, we would have no idea what the fuck to do. We'd be completely out of electricity.
Be a problem.
It's scary to think about how dependent we are.
Yeah, I'm not as worried about that as but
How would you get to work if no one was filling up the gas pumps because we were at war?
I get there would be no work, I guess.
Right. What if we couldn't turn the air conditioning on in this house?
You should.
Such a privileged thing, but like when you got to think about those things.
Well, I don't think we're going to war. I
already think we're in war. Like we're in a culture war.
You know what I mean? I don't think we're going to war where we're trying to overthrow the government right now.
It wouldn't be to be overthrowing the government. It would be like half the country fighting the other half.
That might happen.
It's happened in this country's history.
Yeah, I would be okay with that.
No, you wouldn't.
You know what I mean?
It's nice to think about it that we'd be okay with it, but like if we were to go
right now, I'm too busy at work.
If we were to go to war with like the liberal states, I would probably be taken to fight, as would Bryce, as would Burke, and we would probably all die. In the Civil War, they say that every family lost at least one child, some more.
Oh, who would that be? Who would be the one? I'm teasing you.
So it's like it would not be fun for this country to go into a war right now at all.
No, let's just get rid of the government. We just gotta
I agree. I say that all the time.
Gotta get rid of this government.
I also have this huge pimple right here.
I know that for a couple of
right
days.
on the side where the camera is.
Let me say. It's all right.
I mean, it's fine. It doesn't bother me. It's just like right. Why couldn't I have sat on your side, you know?
Because that's not how we do it. Imagine throwing our fucking viewers off.
That'd be fun for like April Fool's Day.
I would hate that.
It would throw me off too. Okay, you want to watch something else?
Of course.
That was a video we just watched. You want to watch another video?
Sure.
This was an ad, a commercial that ran for the NFL. The NFL, the National Football League.
Here we go.
So there's no words. So people who are listening are just going to hear music, and then I'll say after what the words are on the. Okay, there's an ad first. Cool. And I know I can use an ad blocker, but I keep it off because I like to give people money on YouTube from ads because I like getting money on YouTube from ads.
How long is this ad?
It was paused, unfortunately.
Why would you do
Okay.
that? Okay, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay, wait.
That's the NFL. I thought that was someone doing a prank.
Okay, so I'm going to play it back.
I'm out for not doing NFL?
I'm going to play it back, and I'm going to say to the listeners what's going on. It says, football is gay. Football is lesbian. Football is beautiful, queer, life, exciting, transgender, power, tough, bisexual, freedom, American, accepting, everything, for everyone. And then it shows the NFL logo with the pride flag behind it.
Motherfuckers. Oh, I didn't even see the pride flag.
Yeah, the pride
You're
flag
right.
is in the NFL logo.
Really? That's what
I think,
football
is there
is?
anything else in here? Then it says, NFL proudly supports the Trevor Project. LGBTQ youth with at least one accepting adult have 40% lower risk of attempting suicide.
Okay, I have a question for you. Okay, first of all, fuck you, not you, fuck them, okay? Why can't they just say, let's just listen, like, we need to be open-minded, educate ourselves, supportive, and accepting for those who are different than us to prevent suicides.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No one's on the other side of teen suicide.
Right. Football's gay. Football's lesbian.
So
If I said gay, could you imagine?
if you said reality TV is so gay,
Right.
that would be bad of you to
Negative.
say. That would be bad of you to say.
Accepting together.
Transgender. They said football is transgender. Honestly, them saying football is gay, fine, because gay is guys and football is guys.
It's not gay.
Them saying football is
What's
lesbian.
gay when the
Well, there are some
quarterback's
gay.
hand-
There are some gay football players. Also, football's
But
kind of
football
low-key
is
gay.
not gay. Football's football.
Football's kind of gay.
No, football's football.
A bunch of grown, sweaty men running around tackling
Bronson.
each other to catch a ball.
Okay,
a
so,
ball.
So is martial arts gay?
No, there's not a ball involved. Gay men love
Really?
balls. Ball sacks.
No. Okay. Oh, you're so retarded.
It's a bunch of men fondling balls.
Bronson is gay.
It's a bunch of men.
Bronson is lesbian. Bronson is transgender.
Football is literally a bunch of grown,
Okay.
sweaty men fondling balls for a living.
Are we done talking about?
Is it
the
not
gay
that?
thing? No, it's not. It is not that.
Yeah, it is.
Not even close. Obviously, you have no need to know about football.
Homosexual sex and football are basically the same thing.
Okay. All right. Congratulations. You're gonna have a great time. Get laid a lot this weekend, I'm sure. Hopefully, people hear this after the week. Good. That'll be helpful for you. There was a chance.
The show has been helpful for me so far. Nice. You should have done this one.
No, I did the right one. I did the one I wanted to do. And that's the one that doesn't go off.
Football is gay. That is stupid. But when they say football is lesbian, it's just
Transgender.
wrong because there's no women in the sport. I think they mean like people who watch it. Like there were some lesbians who watch football.
Bronson. That's not football is just nothing but entertainment.
Right.
It's like going to watch a movie. Okay. It's like, dude, it's literally entertainment. It is not any of those things. It is a competitive sport that people, like in the Roman days, when they were in the Colosseum.
But they were all gay. They were. No, that was the Greeks.
We done?
No, but go on.
Yeah. How do you find that shit?
This was an ad that was running on TV.
Can you send me that link?
Sure. You asked me that. What do you do with the links that I sent
I show
you?
everybody. I'm in the closing. I'm with clients. I show them. I go, this is the fucking world we live in. You think I just do it for to say, just send me the link?
Football is transgender. That makes no sense. That statement literally makes no sense. Football is transgender. What did it used to be then? Like, I know what they're trying to say.
I have no problem. They say they want to support the LGBT, whatever it is. And
right. And this, they said, LGBT youth with at least one accepting adult have 40% lower risk of attempting suicide. No one's on the other side of that issue. Everyone agrees that teen suicide is wrong and that we should.
You know why it's teen suicide? Social media. That's probably the main causes of teen suicide.
I would say the majority of parents, so they said LGBT youth. I would argue that the majority, the
LGBTQ plus youth,
the vast majority of parents nowadays with young children are accepting of LGBT, right? I would argue that.
Yes.
That they wouldn't be like, my son's gay, he can't live in the house. I don't think that happens anymore all that much. That might be ignorant of me. But most people, there was a poll like a month ago.
Your generation is much more forgiving, I agree.
There was a poll a month ago where it was like 75% of Americans fully support gay marriage and think that it should be legalized.
Because no one gives a shit.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. So it's like, things have changed. Gay people aren't...
This does not make it more accepting. This does not make you want to be more accepting. It makes you say, fuck you.
Right. Also, the NFL, their big viewership numbers aren't in the gay community.
So they're in the National Fag League? Is that what they are?
Oh, nice.
No, National Fag Lesbian Organization.
Yeah, sure.
Well, my point's stupid.
Gay men aren't watching... Like, this was a bad move, I think, marketing-wise. A lot of times when Amazon, it's like Black Lives Matter, when they say that stuff, I think like that's stupid, but it makes sense from a business point because it's showing that they're a good company. It gets more people to buy their stuff because they're virtuous, whatever. I would say more than half of NFL fans are men and more conservative-leaning men. That's just what football is. So this is alienating their viewership.
But you have to understand something. When I never thought about or care who watches football. Someone gay, white, black, Asian, lesbian, never thought about it. No, never.
You say lesbian, so funny.
Listen, never thought about it. Never thought about it until this whole campaign came out. I mean, all right, I didn't care about anyone's sexuality. Yeah. And by the way, even if I don't understand certain things, you because let's say I have a certain view, I'm a little more old school, I'm still accepting of it. I don't have to understand everything. I accept it. I mean, like, all right.
You also don't have to accept everything. Sometimes you can just be indifferent about something. No, but my
point is...
Sometimes you can just be like, okay, whatever.
Right. That's my point. Something like this, like, okay, it doesn't affect my life. Yeah. Let them do what they want, live and love. Who cares? But the separation so much and the labeling so much is crazy that this makes me not want to watch football. That's all that does. It doesn't make me say, I want to be more accepting of LGBTQ.
IA plus.
Yeah, whatever it is, and AEIOU and sometimes Y. Okay, but my point is,
that's such a dad joke.
Listen. But why do they not just? It's just football. Just watch football. I don't need the NFL to make a statement. Just like I don't need the NBA.
Yeah.
With the advertisements on the fucking on the court. I don't need it.
You
just want to watch it.
The only commercial that the NFL needs to run is football's back. January 5th, whatever the date is,
or whatever it is.
All they need to do is this team is playing this team at this time. That's it.
No, it makes no sense to me. In any of these organizations, you just want to watch sports. It's sports.
All right, summer's here. It's a hot dad summer for us here over at Daddy Issues.
Word up, brother.
And Manscaped is running some great shit that they want to share with you for the summer. So they're unveiling a 4th generation performance package. So it includes the lawnmower 4.0
and this trimmer, which is friggin' awesome.
So that's the Weed Whacker trimmer.
And
but
it's for your nose and your ears, and it's perfect because it's literally, you can hear, look. And it's got a little, it's just great. It's fucking awesome.
And so it uses the same skin safe technology, but for your nose hairs and your ear hairs.
Oh, I've used it many times. It's great.
Yeah.
It fucking trims like nobody's business. It's awesome.
And so the performance package, the 4th generation performance package includes this 4.0 lawnmower 4.0, which, we love this shit. It's like, it's the best. It's actually, mine's still a little wet because I used it in the shower about 2 hours ago because I got July 4th weekend plans this weekend.
Got to be all Manscaped.
So I spent about 2 hours with this and that today. And let me tell you, it is looking like a work of art down there. I'm not even joking. Like, that's truthful.
So
maybe one lucky lady will get to see the work of art.
More than one lucky. So we've had, Bronson, you and I have been supporting Manscaped for years.
As customers, yeah.
As customers. So we've had prior generations, which were good. And you're like, how could it get better? Because it was, when we used it, it was good. We had nothing to compare it to. But now that we've recently used these for the past couple of weeks, we got these. It's far superior. It's like driving a Chevy and going to a Mercedes.
Right. So they're water. It really, like,
first of all, the anti-slip and the way it feels is comfortable.
It's waterproof. So I use them in the shower because I have a lot of fucking hair, as you guys know.
Do you?
And I would destroy.
Drain,
no. I pick it all up after.
Good.
The light on the lawnmower 4.0, great.
Yep.
So in the performance package, not only do you get the lawnmower 4.0 and the Weed Whacker, but they also include the crop preserver, which is a ball deodorant. I've used it. First of all, it smells great. So you know that if like a woman's going down there, you don't have to worry about the smell.
Or a guy's going down there.
Or a guy's going down there if that's your cup of tea. And it also like helps with the razor burn.
If you have
and all
a cup of tea, a guy's going down there.
And then they also have the crop reviver, which helps with the heat down there. If you know what I mean, it's summer. I have a lot of hair. I'm very used to swamp ass, very used to all that shit. But with the crop reviver, dries me up. I'm great. So it's really necessary stuff. For the beach in the summer, it's hot out, but you still want to look good. You got to show off to the ladies.
You got to be clean,
and you have to be. It's no question.
But I got to tell you, the product is, I've used many different kind of trimmers. The fucking nose hairs and the ears, it doesn't work. Then you wait. If you're gonna wait a month for you to get your hair cut, this shit is far superior.
And plus, Performance Package 4.0, not only do you get all the shit that we've mentioned, but they're also throwing in 2 free gifts. You get a free pair of boxers, which, men, we can always use.
I had those. I like them.
And you get
They're very good.
And what are they calling it? You get the Shed travel bag as well. So it's like a Dob kit that you can put it all in, keep it clean.
No, the trousers, the pants, the underwear is good. Because they're tight, they're good, they're better than those other ones I was wearing. I like them.
Yeah, so you can get all this stuff, Performance Package 4.0, and 20% off and free shipping if you use the code DaddyIssues20 at manscaped.com. So once again, that's 20% off, free shipping for all the shit that honestly is necessary. For the summer, you need it because it's hot as shit out, and hair and heat is not a recipe for success.
What's the code again?
So 20% off, free shipping for the Performance Package 4.0 with the code DaddyIssues20 at manscaped.com. Escape the shrubs and weeds this summer and shine with Manscaped.
You will not regret it. I guarantee it's phenomenal. Just ask my wife. His mother.
Ew. Politics and culture have gotten into every aspect of society.
Because
every single
sports
aspect.
are no longer sports. It's so corrupt. It's all about money like everything else. It's disgusting.
And it's a good way to like push an agenda. If you have eyes,
you have the forum, correct?
If you have the agenda in every corner, but if you have an idea that you want to push forward and you put it in every single aspect of a person's life, they can't ignore it. It will change. You're forcibly changing the culture.
So basically what they're saying is we're not allowing people to think what they want to think or believe what they want to believe. We're going to force it upon them. So if it's this, next month it could be, we all hate Jews. Let's be anti-Jews if they want. That's what they're going to do.
And what's interesting is they say all this stuff, but they don't say football's straight. They say it's football is gay. Football is trans. Football is lesbian.
Right.
Football is straight.
Right. What's wrong with being straight? It's a negative now?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is. Speaking of that, great segue.
Thank you, Bronson.
Great segue. I have 2 articles.
That's where you got to send that to me. That's fucking great. You can't make that shit up. Actually, if you told me they were like, if you said hey, Dad, I just got a job with an advertising agency, and here's what I'm going to pitch. I'd be like, if you pitch that, they're going to fire you. I mean, that's how bad.
Well, nowadays, I bet at an ad agency, if I walk in and I go, let's just do like anything Black Lives Matter, I would get a promotion.
Or let's do 2 gerbils and say whatever. I mean, 2
gerbils.
Like what? Like the hamster. Remember the Scion? Whatever it was.
Yeah, but that was a low key good commercial. We still remember it to this day.
Crazy shit. What goes on?
Yeah, but that was kind of a good commercial. We remember it. You remember that it was a Scion.
That's stupid.
10 years later, the Cube car.
Yeah.
Scion, is that even still a company? I think it is.
I don't know.
Okay, so you were saying, what's wrong with being straight? There were 2 articles that I saw. Both. Don't do that.
I like this. Keep going.
Both of these articles were in the New York Times. Both of them were pretty alarming to me when I saw them. So nowadays, like because of this podcast, I literally just spend like all my free time just reading liberal shit. Because now I'm like, I need to find content. So I spend my time watching CNN. I spend my time reading the New York Times.
I don't like that.
I spend my time
watching
John Oliver. It's like I watch all these things that I don't enjoy, but I watch them because I'm like,
to be informed.
Because I'm like, I need to know what's going on. And that's the culture. That like mainstream culture isn't being moderate. It's being very progressive. So I got to keep up with what's going. But then it's like, I spent all my time reading the New York Times and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Okay, so there were 2 articles in the New York Times that I flagged that were alarming to me.
Good day, mate. Go ahead.
Wow. Just had to do it because you always throw that at me.
Good day, mate.
I'll just read you the headlines because I don't even know what to preface these articles about. Okay, I'll start with this one. Oh, this one's from Washington Post, actually. Okay, I'm so fed up with all these freaking sites behind paywalls. Okay, I just went incognito, though. Okay, this is from the Washington Post. The headline says, Man-accures. So manicures. How male celebrities are popularizing painted, polished nails.
Why is this an article?
The first time he got his nails done, the thing that surprised Top Chef judge Kwame wasn't how they looked, but how he felt. It felt empowering, he said. The black nail polish boosted his confidence. It represented being comfortable with yourself. And it goes on to say, the popularity of nail polish, or if you must, manicures, is on the rise. Kwame is one of 3 male celebrities releasing nail polish lines for men this year, joining rappers Machine Gun Kelly, not a rapper, and Lil Yachty. Getting his nails done is simple self-care, kind of like getting a haircut. Yachty's nails, who are currently painted yellow, red, and orange. It's just my thing, you know? Singer Harry Styles regularly shows off candy-colored nail polish, and fellow pop stars Lil Nas X, Bad Bunny, and Troye Sivan have all been spotted with colorful nails. Men should be able to do nail art without feeling feminine.
Really? No, really? Are you kidding me? Yeah, they should feel not feminine. They should get their ass beaten. Seriously.
So it goes on to say...
They should have their fucking asses beaten.
It says, we come to the paradox of nail polish.
Go to the cliff and jump off.
The more men get comfortable with it, the more it will chip away at the stubborn lacquer of gender norms. But to get more men comfortable with coloring their nails, the gender norms end up back in the mix. That statement is absolutely ludicrous. But so...
Bronson, I'm blown away that this isn't even an article.
Also, here's the thing, too.
How is that even an issue?
So... It's not an issue. This is my take on this, and the next article I'm gonna read to you. This isn't a thing.
They're making a thing.
Yes, they're pushing a specific agenda and saying men are now painting their nails. Isn't that great? More men should do it because it's a trendy thing now. I've never in my entire life of being a man, up to this moment I'm saying these words, seen a straight man wear nail polish.
Correct.
Actually, I rarely have seen a gay man wear nail polish. I've never seen it.
I agree with you.
I've only seen it in effeminate rock star, quote unquote, celebrities, which...
Like a Steven Tyler.
Right, and those people are not normal. Those are eccentric, crazy people.
But it's also part of their costume and their persona.
Right.
It's not for attention.
It's not mainstream also.
Right.
And they're all about pushing the envelope of fashion, sexuality. That's what pop stars are for in culture.
Jesus.
So when
Who's the stupid fucking author of this one?
why do you always ask that? What's that going to do?
People should shame him. Who does that?
Maura Judkis. This was published last week. So that's why when I see this, it's clearly pushing this on the public. It's saying
Straight guys are not.
it's saying teens, guys in their 20s, it's now cool to paint your nails. I've never seen that happen.
I think parents need to be better parents.
The next one,
And parent their
which
kids
is even
more.
worse. I wanted to save this one for last or for the next one. Okay, hold on.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh my god. You got to send a
So
picture.
this is from the New York Times.
Oh my god. You got to be.
Oh no, it's not letting me in.
Would Pa go crazy?
It's not letting me in. God damn it! I might have to pay for the New York Times now. They bypassed the incognito paywall. Maybe if I go to DuckDuckGo.
Would Pa roll over and would he be livid? Bron?
Yeah, just you guys wait for this headline. Okay, I can't get in. But the headline for this says, "The boys in their summer dresses." And then there's a picture of
Guy with earrings and
a
everything.
guy with earrings and a full dress.
With a beard.
A chest of hair,
With a
full
beard.
hairy chest of beard, and a dress. I got to get into this article because there's some text, like there's some lines in this article that are absolutely absurd.
How you going to get in?
I don't know. I'm gonna hack into it. Let's see. I've never in my entire life.
It doesn't make you more accepting. It does not. I'm sorry.
Oh, here's a.
Oh, look at all the dresses.
I've never in my life seen a man in a dress out in public, not outside of a show, right? Well, like a drag show or a.
Or not when you see Mom and I role play.
Or something where like a man is dressing up as a woman to be funny in a movie or something, right? In public, to be unironic just as what they're wearing, I've never, ever in my life seen a man in a dress. But the New York Times is saying that this is the summer of men in dresses. I don't understand.
Why?
It's
all for attention.
Here's a quote from the article. For a very long time, people were so stuck one way or the other. Homosexuals have been playing with this for a long time, but now you see a lot of guys in dresses that don't identify as feminine. You see hip-hop eminence and taste designer A$AP Rocky wearing a Westwood kilt on the cover of GQ, Madonna's 15-year-old son, David Banda, sliding down a long hallway in a viral video is dressed in a white silk make couture number that he says is, quote, so liberating.
Oh, God, a 15-year-old.
Robert Saunders, 24, said, I started out wearing feminine tops, then feminine bottoms. Now, honestly, I just shop in the women's department. If the streets are the ultimate testing ground for societal change, they do not always lend themselves to easy statistical measurement. Searches for fashion items that include gender keywords have increased 33%.
They're creating it.
Let's see, what else is in here? Our clothes can no longer automatically be considered as safe for anything, as was the case in repressive eras when, say, locked up homosexuals were forced to report their sexuality to each other. We're thinking about it all, editor-in-chief of GQ says, quote, a guy in Allbirds and a hoodie could be a billionaire, so you can no longer make assumptions, especially on the sexual orientation.
Those two don't even go together. If the guy's in Allbirds, which I love, and a hoodie, he's just dressing a little hip-hop. If he's wearing fucking dress, something's disturbed with the guy. If a man is wearing a dress, and listen, I'm saying this. If a man is wearing a dress, there's something disturbing about you. There is. I think there's something wrong. I'm sorry. I don't accept that.
See, disturbing, I wouldn't use the word disturbing. I think there's something not normal. There's something...
That's what I meant.
Right.
Same thing.
There's something not normal.
I don't,
sometimes not normal is good. Sometimes being not normal is okay.
But I don't accept that. I'm not sitting down with a guy who's in a dress and I'm going to have a full conversation. I'm not. You
don't have to.
I'm not going to, period.
It's just clear to me that they're pushing it.
Yeah, it's hard.
No, it's not news. It's not a news piece. They're not investigating something. They're just writing an opinion and they're saying this is the news. It's because there's clearly an agenda and I don't understand what it is. There's like an attack on masculinity.
Correct.
But why? Like, I've been trying to think about it the last few days.
And white masculinity.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
You're done. You're fucking done.
There's like so clearly in culture and society right now an attack on men.
It makes me want to embrace
an attack on straight men.
It makes me want to embrace me who I am as a white male. Fuck them.
Do you have any like inkling on why? Like, why do you think that's happening? I personally like have been thinking about it, and I think women have gained cultural power. Like, women shape culture now. 30 years ago, they didn't. And 30 years ago, until the beginning of time, they didn't. Men shaped the culture. Men invented everything. Men chose what was acceptable or not. Men ran the world. The last 30 years, especially the last 10, women for sure own culture. They say what we're allowed to say and not. They dictate what is acceptable behavior and not, right? Like, somewhat like the Me Too movement is a perfect example of this. Women, and these guys should be taken down, but women were able to take down the most powerful men in America just because they were women.
But again, it all goes towards, you gotta get that?
No.
It all goes towards, it's all social media that's giving this power and a venue.
No, it's not social media, because men in America gave the power to women. They did, because men, especially like people my age, men my age, are we're taught from such a young age, like it's ingrained in us to be
pussies.
Yes, and the reason why we're pussies is because we're fearful of women. Like young men nowadays, men in their teens, 20s, 30s, the women are the ones who say what's okay to do. Because the women are the ones canceling people.
Fuck that.
The women
only allow it.
No, but that's what I'm saying is men in America in the last 20 years went down on their. I don't know why.
Well, Bronson,
we gave up the fight.
I've said this in prior podcasts. Today, the women want to be women and they want the men to be women, and that's the problem. And the men fucking allow it, and that's why I always go back to.
But that's why. Why do the men allow it?
Listen, because they're pussies.
But why? What changed in the last 15 years?
I don't know, but I will say this is that if the men grew a pair of fucking balls and the relationship, everyone had their fucking roles, whatever that is, the men wouldn't be pussies.
We're taught to be pussies. Like, it's our fault, but it's not our fault, because growing up, like I said, like the women own the culture. So all the movies we see are about men being like weak and women being strong. All the TV shows are like that. All
right, but who gives a fuck? I don't give a fuck.
Right, but you missed that. That's what I'm saying. Kids now growing up, that's what they think the world is. That's why they're pussies. They're not choosing to be pussies. They're taught to be pussies by the culture.
Probably right. Then the parents need to be strong and fucking teach that, because I don't think you boys
But the parents are also...
Then fuck them. They're a bunch of pussies.
Bryce Burke and I are definitely pussies compared to you, Uncle Brent, and Uncle Lloyd.
Yeah.
And that's not just us as individuals. It's a generational thing.
I agree.
25-year-old
men. Gotta talk it out. You can't do that. I'm worried about what this person thinks. Right, that's your generation.
Exactly. Those are all feminine traits. Those are all things. That's how women think about the world.
You know what it comes back to?
What?
Let's see if you read my mind. What's your big thing?
Social media.
What's your big thing?
The taint shrinking.
Yeah.
No, that's what it is.
Yep.
That's 100%. Definitely a factor.
It's all the fucking plastic and all you guys with fucking small taints.
It's definitely a factor.
Fucking taintless men, you. Did you ever measure your taint?
No.
Do you know what size it should be?
No, I have to go to a doctor to do it. I'm not going to measure it myself.
We'll have Jeff do it.
Yeah. But I don't think he knows, because when I brought it up to him...
And I bet you Jeff is a very small taint.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, when I brought it up to Jeff, he was like, he laughed at me.
Yeah, of course he laughed
at me.
I love Jeff.
I'm not going to go to him to measure my taint.
How funny is Jeff? Jeff be like, damn, your taint's bigger than mine. But Jeff has a small taint.
I'm confident my taint has been under.
My father raised me and my brothers to be hard asses and not be pussies.
Did you not raise us that?
I think I raised you, but you also...
But it's culture.
Is a culture component today very different.
We're taught from such a young age by our teachers, by TV, by movies, by the government,
by our
peers.
I don't like
to
it.
like all those things you just said.
I don't
Let's
like
talk
it.
it out.
I
Don't be
like
so
it.
aggressive.
Everyone's a winner.
Those are
Everyone gets-
feminine traits, and those are great for women. Those are great traits for women to have, and they're helpful for women
men
to
need
have.
to talk about their feelings so much. I mean, honestly, how much do you really want to talk about your feelings? I'm asking.
A lot of times I don't have feelings on something. I
forgot I'm talking to you, right?
no, but what I mean is like I don't need to.
Caitlin her thoughts.
I
on
don't
this?
need to like talk it out because I don't care about the. I don't care.
Or
I have
you
no.
figure it out on your own.
Right, I figured out my own, or I just don't even have enough feelings on the subject to talk about it. Or
Correct.
like,
But women love to fucking talk about it.
right, but so
Ad nauseum.
so that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that women are in control of the culture for the last 20 years,
Oh,
30
we're so
years,
fucked.
and
Pendulum's got to swing the other
they've
side, doesn't it?
pushed feminine characteristics onto the culture and onto men, and now they're going a step too far.
The
in my
dresses.
opinion, like for the mainstream media sources to be reporting on how men are wearing dresses now, and that's the new trend. Nail polish. Men are putting on nail polish. They're creating fake realities of men becoming
They're making
women.
issues out of nothing.
It's not even issues. They're pushing issue. Like they're literally
You're right.
forcing a
propaganda.
shift in the reality of the world.
Isn't it propaganda?
Yes, it's 100% propaganda.
So when I get my mani-pedi this weekend, should I get nail polish?
No, you shouldn't even get a mani-pedi. That's too feminine.
No, I will always get a mani-pedi. However, I would never get fucking nail polish ever. Not even close.
I'm personally okay if someone want. This is like people might be mistaking what I'm saying. I'm 100% okay if a guy wants to wear a dress and nail polish. I don't care at all. If that's what your heart desires, that's great. If that makes you happy, I'm happy for you. I wouldn't even if I was in Starbucks and like a guy walked in a dress, I wouldn't be like, I wouldn't even do a double take. I would just be like, okay, whatever.
I would do a double take.
That's not the problem I have with
100% would
it.
do
The
a
problem
double
I have is that they're making shit up to push to demasculinize men.
Correct. Like every movie.
Right. Like every movie, exactly. The culture is
Good.
anti-men.
Let them do it. So us men now that are real men, we become more men.
But there aren't many, Dad.
Do you know, like when we grew up, the
Am
Marlboro,
I considered a real man?
not even close.
So like I'm not masculine compared to a 25-year-old 75 years ago.
No, I agree. Listen.
So if I'm
The
what's
Marlboro-
considered manly,
The cigarette Marlboros. Remember the Marlboro man?
Yeah.
He was like a fucking stud. That's always people want to be like Magnum PI. Men were men.
now you know who like men want to be, which all these articles reference.
They want to be Lloyd. Wait, they want to be Lloyd from Entourage.
No, they all referenced Harry Styles, right? That was a big. Harry Styles is a
Yes.
big icon. I'm just gonna go to Google. I Google image search Harry Styles. What's the first picture, Dad? What's he wearing there?
Oh my god.
He's wearing a blouse.
Is this watermelon sugar guy?
Yeah, he's wearing a blouse in the first two pictures. The fifth picture, he's wearing a sweater with a pearl necklace, like
No,
something
that-
Bubby would wear.
No, that's what Zoe's playlist wears.
Here he's wearing a
You know,
pantsuit.
it's all for attention. It's all for sales.
Right, so
That's
it's like,
all for
but
sales.
the manly men now are this. Or another one they referenced was Machine Gun Kelly, right?
These fucking idiots.
Machine Gun Kelly. Let's look him up. Okay, this is Machine Gun Kelly. He looks like a lesbian. He looks like a
Are
lesbian
those
woman.
tats?
Yeah,
Okay, guys, fucking major issues. Look at that.
he looks like a lesbian woman.
is he?
He's dating Megan Fox too.
No way. Well, she's
Yep.
fucking whacked.
Look, he's wearing a full pink tracksuit. He looks like a lesbian.
Yes.
His nails are painted. So
Look at him.
this is what
this guy's
culture-
successful?
So back then it was
Wait,
Marlboro
this
Man.
guy's successful?
Oh yeah. He looks like a meth head crack addict.
Yeah. Can you take a picture of him and put it side by side with the Marlboro Man and put it on our thing, like the
Yeah,
TikTok
sure.
that we do
On our Instagram, I
Seriously,
can do
let me
that.
see the Marlboro Man. Look at that. Take that one big one right there. The tat one right there.
I will. Yeah.
Look at the one in the upper left. That one.
No, there's
Now, is that a
clearly-
man? Wait, is that a man? Look, is that a man?
No, but what it means to be a man now is different.
Do you
That's
know Nell
the
can
problem.
beat the shit out of the fucking machine gun shotgun Kelly?
Yeah, and Harry Styles for sure.
Oh, please.
Well, if Mom said to Harry Styles, "You're a bitch," he would probably just break down and cry. I don't understand the impetus.
Can you
for it.
put the
Is it-
Dos Equis man?
Yeah, the
He's
most interesting man in the world.
There you go.
Maybe it's because women
Do they
like
want
never.
that?
I think women. No, I think it's like a bullying thing. Like women were below men for so long, and they were. That's a fact. Like right, we can both agree to that. That men like women were subservient to men for most of history.
What a shame. It's not like that anymore.
But I think it's like a bullying thing.
Gotta find that subservient woman, guys.
Like women were below for so long that now that they're on top, they have to push us down even further than they were.
It's even the women doing it.
It is. It's 100% the women doing it because men go along with it because if they don't, they'll be ostracized because women own the culture. I know it. I'm in it. Like I hear it all the time. And then I speak to, like you hear men.
Like, look at Bryce and Burke. They're like bitches to the women.
Yeah.
They are.
And even in culture, like with LGBT rights and all that stuff, you hear men say one thing when they're in public. I hear my friends say this all the time. I hear friends say this, especially now that the podcast has like people know my thoughts more on things. I have friends who will hear them when we're in a group say one thing and they're like, yeah, Trump is just such a like fascist.
But when you're alone.
And then when you're alone, that they say they're like, right.
Pussies.
It's because society, it's a feminine society and women.
Or they don't want to be ousted or canceled because they're pussies.
Right, but it's by the women that they would be ousted and canceled.
Pussies.
And this isn't. I'm not saying anything against
pussy,
women.
That's a woman thing, right?
Yeah.
I can say pussy.
I'm not saying anything against women here. I'm just saying that there's a clear assault.
Wait. This is not against women. It's against men. Men are.
There's a clear assault on masculinity in this country, in the world in general. But I can't speak for other countries.
Men need to be men. Plain and simple. A man needs to be a man. Listen, you think mom wants a masculine man?
Right. The women are trying to make make men in America feminine, but they don't want feminine men. They're not attracted to that. That's why women are all so depressed and on so many antidepressants.
And how many divorced are and how many single women there are and they can't meet a guy, whatever. Yeah, it's a problem.
In general. I'm going to add in general to that.
Of course, in general. I'm making
And I also think in general, men don't want bossy, aggressive, assertive women. Men don't want women with masculine traits, and women don't want men with feminine traits. That's what it is.
What did I say at the Patreon Zoom the other night? Didn't I say that?
What?
That a woman needs to play her man. A guy doesn't want a woman that's a know-it-all, that's aggressive, that's, didn't I say that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Seriously. Men don't want that, period.
Oh, now the article, the boys in their summer dresses is up now. It's letting me do it. Look at this.
No, I don't even want to look
This is a guy in a full dress in combat boots standing on his bed. First of all, why are you standing on your bed in boots?
With little plants around hanging from his bed. That was set up. That was
Robert Saunders at home in Brooklyn ventured out tentatively at first in dresses, but now shops regularly in the women's department. You know that they just do it.
All attention.
You know that this guy Andrew, right? Robert is what they said his name was. This guy Robert isn't doing it just when he's by himself in his apartment. He's purposely shopping in women's department stores because
for the attention.
Because he's a guy shopping in women's department stores. Yeah, and it makes him unique because there's probably nothing else going for him in terms of his personality. That's another thing I've noticed too. Like when people make
losers,
when people make their gender, their sexuality, or even like their politics, their identity, it just means that they're a boring and uninteresting person.
They have nothing in their lives.
Right. They have nothing else to give to the world, so they have to fabricate something.
Noticed or part of something or belong.
Yeah.
This world is over.
Oh shit! We didn't get to the really good thing that I wanted to get to. Let's go into it because we have to, because a lot of people have been asking us. Okay. Last episode we talked about
transgender people in sports.
Weightlifter. In the Olympics. We also talked about how people are saying that the American flag doesn't represent a lot of the country anymore. There's so the Olympic trials have been going on for the last couple of weeks because the Olympics are at the end of next month. So people have been trying out for the Olympic team. In the hammer throw event, right?
Shot put.
Yeah, but they throw a hammer, not a shot.
The Thor event.
Yeah, in the hammer throw event,
I didn't know there was one of those.
They had the trials. The top three. There was one woman was first, big white woman. Another big white woman was second, and this woman Gwen Berry, black woman, was third. So they were doing the ceremony, like the ceremony, whatever it's called, right? Where they all stand on the podium.
Right.
They give out first, second, and third. Right.
The goal's a little higher.
So they were doing it. They were playing the national anthem, and Gwen Berry turned away from the flag. This is a picture of her. So she has her hand on her hip. She turned away from the flag.
Wait. First of all, I want to say one thing though before you go into this. A huge thing about the Olympics is competitive sports brings people together. So you bring in nations that might hate each other in war and have different political views and different views about life and so forth, and communist and not communistic place. But there's the same commonality. They all come together and they all belong as one.
And even deeper within our own country.
And then you have the sportsmanship. It's all about sportsmanship. You see two guys fight in UFC or two women fight in UFC and they fucking want to kill each other for 3 5-minute rounds and they hug it out afterwards. It's all about sportsmanship.
And also
so here's this
where we all come together as a country, regardless of politics, regardless of what's going on.
I'm talking the world.
But as America, we go into the Olympics and we say we're one team. It's maybe the only time in our country where we all come together as one team and we don't fight about things.
Right.
Because when we go to the UN as one country, we fight.
What's her fucking for missing and putting him about?
So she turned around.
Asshole.
And then she also held a shirt above her head. So she wasn't... She blocked her eyes.
Oh, so her message?
And the shirt says activist athlete. It's a black shirt. It says activist athlete. And she used it to block the flag from her face. So she held that up instead of looking at the flag.
And where's she from?
I don't know. She's American.
She's a fucking idiot. Let me see her.
And so she said...
What's her point?
She said...
She's a fucking moron. They should fucking... If that was my child, I'd spank her.
She said, it was real disrespectful. I didn't want to be up there.
Why?
It was a setup.
Why? Because she didn't win? That's her right there?
Yeah.
Is she a man? No, it looks... Actually, I know this is going to sound...
But also
Wait. I know it's going to sound terrible. And you're going to have to show this picture so people think I'm saying because I'm not racist.
It'll be right here.
Okay. It looks like a baboon. No.
Okay, Dad.
No.
But she does have
the blue eyes and the red lips is what I'm saying.
Oh. You just called a black woman a baboon.
No, then take it off. No. Are we going back?
You're going to get canceled.
No, let's go back.
No, it's fine. It's honestly fine. It's fine. You weren't saying that she's baboon because she's black. It's because she has special red lips on her.
Let me be very fucking clear. You're not telling me it has nothing to do with her color. Look at her fucking lips and her eyes.
Okay.
No, we got to go back then because you make
no, it's fine
because it's now you make me feel bad because I'm saying something bad.
No,
but I wasn't.
I know you weren't. It's just that's a funny thing to say. You don't hear people say that often.
Zoom in that picture. Zoom it in. Zoom. Are you kidding me?
You're not wrong, Dad. You're not wrong.
And wait, are those fake eyelashes?
But also, yeah, they definitely are. But Dad, all hammer throw. Anyone who's good enough, any
camel toe, you said?
Any female, any woman that's good enough
camel toe
to throw a hammer far enough to get into the Olympics is going to be masculine.
Why is she upset? I want to know that.
She said she had a New York Times
because of the color of
article.
Her lips?
She basically said the same things that the other women in the last episode were saying. The American flag doesn't represent us all. The Star Spangled Banner isn't something that was written for my people. Those kind of things.
Who's her people? We're American. We're just people. Who's her people? Where was she from? Is she American?
She's from America.
Okay, then who's her people? Her people are me and you and everybody else in America. Look at her, the disrespect. Could you imagine? Wow.
She also, it says this
is she going to Olympics?
Yeah.
She should not be allowed to go to Olympics.
But here's another thing too, where
she should not be allowed
here's another thing that I thought, like, if you're saying you don't want to look at the American flag because you don't think America is a country for you, then don't represent the country to the world.
Well done. Good point.
That's fine. If you don't like America, that's fine. You have the ability to do that, but then don't be the face of America for hammer throw.
Point. Good for camel toe. You got to put that picture up so people don't think I'm being racist because I'm not.
I will.
I am concerned about that.
I mean, that's a pretty... Look at this picture. That's a pretty striking picture. You got to put that up,
too. That's fucking disrespectful.
It's the two women who won... Here's another thing. Do you think if she got gold medals, she would have turned around?
Hell no. She
got bronze.
Let's call it what it is, bro.
She got bronze.
Let's call it what it is.
Wow, these girls would destroy us. Her thigh is bigger than way bigger than my chest.
Yeah, but you have a small taint and you're a pussy.
That's true. We did establish
You're
that.
gonna need your chick to fucking back you up.
It says this isn't the first time she caused controversy. Olympic athletes were prohibited in January 2020 from making political statements during anthems after Berry was put on probation for raising her fist during the Pan American Games in August 2019. But then the U.S. Olympic Committee in April reversed their decision, allowing kneeling and other forms of protest during the national anthem. Berry's protest follows a long line of professional athletes using the national anthem as a tool to protest racism.
But look at her disrespect. Look at that with their back. Why'd she have their back? Why can't you just stand there? You know what? Wait, I've gone to church with people. Even when we did when we were in high school and the football games, whatever, they used to make you go to church, whatever, and we're not religious. So you just sit there quietly. Just sit there. Have you been in a situation where there's a reverend, does a prayer and says, and may you bow your head and pray, and whatever? You just sit there with respect. I mean, you don't have to protest everything. You have to.
Turning around is disrespectful. Kneeling, I think, is fine. When they kneel, like when football players kneel for the national anthem, I don't think that's disrespectful.
I think it is.
Kneeling is a respect thing. You kneel before a king.
No, but they're not doing.
You kneel before your commander.
They're doing it. They're doing it as if they're sitting down and saying, "I'm."
No, they would sit down otherwise. They purposely kneeled because it's not a disrespectful motion.
It is disrespectful.
If they were sitting on the bench with their hands behind their head, that's disrespectful.
It's disrespectful.
Why?
That's what it is.
No, but why?
They're not
kneeling is a respect. If some coaches, that's a big thing. Take a knee. When your coach approaches you.
But that's not what I understand. But the whole team takes a knee. The whole team takes a knee.
I don't think kneeling is disrespectful.
Okay, I think that.
I think that's the best way to show that you don't support it. They could have gone like
they
this.
Don't support it. They are doing that. They are pointing a finger. Basically,
no, they're not. They literally are not.
Bronson, if it wasn't for the fucking America, half these guys be fucking pumping gas. If it wasn't for America, I agree.
I don't support their cause, but I don't. That's not what I'm saying. I don't support their cause, but I don't think kneeling is disrespectful.
Back this fucking loser turning her back.
Okay,
she's an
turning
asshole.
your back is disrespectful. I agree. Turning your back is disrespectful.
You're not going to convince me about the other stuff. When they disrespect whatever and things like that, I would say, I get you fucking fired.
I'm fine with Gwen Berry being like, I don't like America, but then she shouldn't be allowed to compete on American tax dollars for America.
Correct. Who the fuck? She doesn't represent America.
But she's clearly hypocritical, because if she didn't support America, then if she thought America was racist, then why does she want to be on the American team? Why does she want to be on a racist white supremacist team?
Go on a different team.
Yeah, why would she want to be on a white supremacist team? If that's what she views America as. Well, it's just because
it's all bullshit.
Of course,
it's all
with
bullshit.
This one especially, if she didn't do this, we would have never heard of her name. And now we know who she is. That's why she did it. Well, because she got bronze. If she got gold, we would have known her name.
She wants to bring more attention. Look at the way she did her lips. She wants to bring more attention to herself.
And it's kind of a shame because the woman who won, she got first. Was the best in our country at this one event and is going to represent our country as the number one person at this one activity. That's the one we should be talking about. Correct. No one is even talking about her because all the spotlight's on this girl.
You're right.
Her name isn't even in this article.
You're right.
The woman who won. So it's like it's selfish of Gwen Berry to do this because it's taking away from the other athletes who worked as hard, if not harder.
Who's better?
Who's literally better, and it's taking away their spotlight.
And she's not even silver; she's bronze.
Right?
Suck it, bitch.
Yeah.
Fucking look at that fucking makeup she has on her. Seriously. Wow.
Yeah, and she literally held up. So not only did she turn away, but she held up.
Fuck her. Fuck her. Fuck her. Fuck her. Fuck her. Maybe she'll get injured and won't be able to compete.
I just think she should put her money where her mouth is.
What money? Mouth. You see how big her mouth is?
Oh my God. Okay.
No, look what she did. I thought it was a Halloween. Look at the eyelashes.
Okay, we got it.
No, pull it up again.
No, I know.
Look at the eyelashes. It's a joke. It doesn't even make sense. It's a joke. How can you take her seriously? I want you to zoom in for a moment. How can you take her seriously?
No, I don't. I don't. She said, I didn't really want to be up there. Like I said, it was a setup. I was hot. I was ready to take my pictures and get into some shade. It's like, you're at the Olympic trials.
Oh, you poor girl. It was hot.
You only want to win and then not have to stand on the podium and hear the national anthem? That's part of the Olympics.
No, I'm sorry. She should not be representing America. Fuck her. Move on. Someone needs to throw a hammer head into her head. Moron.
All right. Well, we're going to record the bonus episode now because I got more shit to talk about. Let's see. I'll give a little tease of what we're going to talk about. Okay. We're going to talk about how, what are we going to talk about? I'll save it. We're going to talk about, I can't even say the word of what I want to talk to you about because if I do, YouTube will take this video down. It's an I word. It's a drug that is used to cure COVID. Literally. It's more effective than the vaccines. If I say the word, YouTube will take it down. It's in their guidelines. So that's what we're going to talk about.
So it's on Patreon, which they can't take it down.
We're going to talk on Patreon.
This world is over. So much for First Amendment speech.
Yep.
All right, Bronny, love you.
Love you too.
All right, guys, thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. And you'll agree with me when you see the photos. That's exactly what it came about.
Yeah, sure. And
we hope. Joking?
No, I was agreeing with you.
Okay.
And we hope you had a July 4th. Happy birthday,
July
America.
4th. Yes, happy birthday. You're joking, right?
Well, I'm trying to be hopeful. I'm trying to be optimistic about that.
Well, I guess you're too young to be a little pessimistic like me. The fucking things I see out there, people are stupid.